Hello my CNC brother or sister, I'm Garrett with IDC Woodcraft, and welcome to this weekend update video where I'm very casual and working on my Longmill MK2 30x48. It's actually not the MK2, it's the MK1 with the extension kit to turn a 30x30 into a 30x48. So if you have the MK1 30x30 and you're ready to get that thing to get bigger, then you can get the extension kit. So I'm finally getting down to that. I've had this extension kit for a couple of months, and it's business has just been so busy answering emails for you and a lot of the back end stuff to get the IDC Woodcraft business into a position that I want to get it into. So a couple things I want to share with you, and then I want to share with you a little story about what ultimately got me into business to help you become an amazing creator. So real quick, it's just a beautiful August day. Got the bay door open. You may get some noises coming in from the street over there. A lot of testosterone cars like to drive by, motorcycles and things like that. So before I get into this little story thing, just to talk to you and tell you about my personal journey, I want to share with you a couple things I got going on. Well, number one is I have now created a QR code for you to get you directly to the IDC Woodcraft website whenever you need CNC router bits. Yeah, you might be working at your CNC router and you break a bit. You're like, oh damn, now I got to get another one. Or the bit might be getting dull, or you just realize there's another bit that you need. I've created this QR code which you scan with your phone, and I've got this instruction here for you that you can download. There's a link down below, but what you do is you cut this out and you put it somewhere near your CNC router, so you don't have to go to the computer and type away to try to figure out where you're going and type in all these website addresses and searches and stuff like that. You simply scan it, it'll take you directly to the IDC website. So right now it's just a piece of paper with a cutout. I am ordering stickers for that. So I will have those in, and when they're in, then I'll put it out to you and the rest of our CNC brothers and sisters who wants it, and then I'll mail you a sticker, and it'll be included in all the packages going forward. And I'm planning on labeling all the IDC router bits with their own QR codes, so the packages will be labeled. That means that if you need to replace it for whatever reason, you can just scan the container as well. That's going to be a couple months down the road. And by the way, this is the rounding bit, the round over bit that I got in not too long ago and posted not too long ago, about a month, maybe a month and a half ago, where I did the pizza peel video, and this thing has been flying off the shelf ever since. I'm getting critically low on stock, and it usually takes about 3-4 weeks to get these back in. If you want to get a rounding bit, I'll put a link down below. These things add a really nice accent to your projects. I did have something else I wanted to tell you about. Oh, the database, the Vectric database that for the IDC Woodcraft bits, that is updated. I just updated it today. So if you want to get an update, down below in the description is a link to download that and a video to tell you how to import it into your Vectric software. So you'll have all the IDC Woodcraft bits imported into that database. So that's what we got going on. I want to tell you something else really cool. This is something our CNC brother, I can't remember his name, emailed me about when it comes to tramming your CNC router. And had I really taken the time to look at this, because I've had it for like a month, it's been collecting dust, I looked at it today. This is something awesome to work with. I want to show you real quick how this thing works, and then we'll get into my little story. Anyway, this is just the cool stuff that's going on right now and the stuff I'm excited about. Okay, so let me show you what this is about. So what this thing is called is an inclinometer, or it checks the incline difference of different things. And it's super duper cheap. It's like 15 bucks off of Amazon. And the way it works is you turn it on and we'll just zero it out. So you have a, what do you got? You got a percentage tear here, and then you have a 0 button here. So I can put it on the table and tear and now it's zeroed out to the angle of the table. And then you can put it up on your CNC router and see if that router is trammed in to the table. So right now it's a 0.05 degrees off the router is from the perpendicularity of the table. So this router is trammed that way, and when I look at it that way, I'm a 0.1 degree off. So my Longmill 30 by 48 that I'm getting up and running is trammed in, which is very, very cool. So what I'm doing, by the way, is I am making the spoil board now. So it's a big board that I'm starting with. I've got the code all written now to cut it out, and now it's just finishing the board, getting it all prepped up here. So anyway, that's what I wanted to show you with this, and then when you're done, you just turn it off. Very cool, very inexpensive. Okay, with that being said, I wanted to share with you a little bit about business and getting into CNC business and what it takes to actually make it happen. So before I was in business, you may not have known this, but I was living in my brother's basement before I moved into his barn. Don't worry, I wasn't sleeping on hay. It was a pretty nice setup, but the basement wasn't. Sleeping next to a furnace and cat litter and crap like that, right? But it was all part of a life decision to make a change in a direction of doing something that I love doing, which has turned out to be teaching you how to make amazing projects with these amazing machines like the Longmill CNC router here, which is the one, I just love this machine. And I can't wait to get this thing running, which is very close to being running now. I mean, it does run, it's getting the spoil board. But getting back to this, I remember back then I was listening to a lot of motivational stuff, because I didn't really know what I wanted to do, what I was being called to do. And one of those people was my mentor. I don't know if you've heard of him, Bob Proctor. He's been around for a long time. He passed away recently, but I used to listen to this one audio of his just day in and day out. And it's all about, you have to see in your mind and make a decision that you're just going to go and do it. I think a lot of, or what I've experienced from a lot of my CNC brothers and sisters, and in myself, when we're thinking about going into business and there's so much doubt inside of us, can we actually do this? And maybe there's a part inside of us that actually doesn't believe we can do it. And we can feel it, right? We feel that, I don't know if this is going to work or not. And that little feeling is something that will hold you back, right? Because what we are and think inside is what gets presented to us in the outside world. Basically, the outside world is the result of what we think and do, our actions. So I remember one day I'm watching the video, this Bob Proctor, and I just said, Bob, sounds kind of stupid, but I said, Bob, talking to my cell phone, I promise that I will make it. No matter what it takes, I will figure it out and I will make it. And what has happened since then, apologize for the noise out there, but that's just the way it is today. What has happened is what has happened. Now I get to talk to you, new friends, this amazing creative community of CNCers. Doesn't get any better than that. I have to deal with this kind of noise a lot. And for me, it's irritating when I'm creating content. Lots of motorcycles going through town. So I apologize. The whole point of what I'm sharing with you is somewhere inside, we just have to say, I'm going to make a decision, and I'm making the decision to make this work no matter what it takes. And we're going to stumble and we're going to fall, but we are going to get there no matter what. When you make that kind of decision, then never ever quit. And believe me, so many times you feel like quitting. Sometimes it feels like it's not going to work ever, right? But you never give up. And God, the universe, whatever it might be, gives eventually. It's like the entire universe lines up in your favor to make it happen. We just have to prove to the universe that we aren't going to quit, right? And so that's what's happened. And so the moral of the story is to make a go of this as a CNC business, and to make a go of it where you do very well, is you make the decision to say, I'm just going to do it. No matter how hard it is, I'm going to do it. And that's my story to share with you today on this lovely August weekend. I'm gonna go visit my grandkids, I believe, this weekend, but for sure next weekend. So I just want to wrap up with these couple things. Number one is that inclinometer, this thing. This thing is cool, get it. I'll put a link down below. It'll make your tramming life so much easier. I don't know why I didn't know about this. This will make tramming your machine a cakewalk, okay? Get it, get it, get it. Link is down below. Remember the QR code. Go ahead and download this. I'll put a link down below for that too. Print it out, cut this out, and tape it on your machine. Right, so you'll always have you'll be right at your machine. You scan the code with your phone. It'll bring up the IDC Woodcraft website, and then you can go ahead and get the bits that you need. And soon I will have stickers for that. Remember, I'm getting critically low on the quarter-inch roundover bits, and so I'll put a link for that down below too. And I'll put a link down below for the pizza peel video, where I show you how this is used. This is so cool. I love this bit. And be watching for the spoil board for this. Once I get this done and proved out, then I'll make that available on either the website or on Etsy, probably on Etsy. All right, with that, my brother or sister, I hope you have an awesome, wonderful weekend, and I will talk to you later. Don't forget to check out the download and the bit, and get this. I promise you're gonna love this stinking thing. You're gonna love it. For 15 bucks, just do it. I'll talk to you later.